Hi, Christian. Hi, Camille. Hope you guys are having a great evening. I just wanted to take a few minutes and just kind of show you exactly what it is my services are and how exactly they can benefit you guys at Leading Note Studios. So what I've done is just ran a few tests on the site and compared it to some of the local competition. And what I'd like to do now is just kind of take you through those results and really break down the numbers for you and show you what I can do. And if we take a look at Google's layout, just as an overview, there are really three types of results that Google shows people when they search for something local. So the first results are going to be the pay-per-click AdWords. And those, like the name suggests, you have to pay to be listed in those top spots. That's the way Google makes its money. And it really wants to prioritize these pay-per-click ads simply because every time someone clicks on one of these ads, that company is shelling out a few cents up to 20 bucks for just a click through to the website. So for a company that's a huge corporation and they can afford to have thousands of dollars a month on an advertising budget, pay-per-click's a good option. For local businesses, we like to focus on these other two results, which are the map pack and the organic search results. And I'm going to show you just how important it is to be listed in these two results and show you how I can improve your visibility there. Now, the first question you might be asking yourself is why is it important to be in the local map pack? Typically, users don't trust pay-per-click ads quite as much, and a lot of people are just psychologically adept to just go straight past the AdWords. I'm sure if you search for a service that's local yourself, you've probably been exposed to the AdWords, but probably just move right by them just because we don't trust the ads because we know that those companies are paying to be listed there. So how important is a map pack spot? If we take a look at your Google Plus page, which corresponds to your map pack listing, we can actually see that there have been 58,000 views or impressions on your Google Map or on your Google Plus page. What views or impressions means just is a representation of exactly how many times your business has shown up in a map pack for someone who is searching for something locally, whether it be guitar lessons in Encinitas or voice lessons, etc. Um, so while you guys already get a good amount of views from the map pack, there's always room for improvement. So if we take a look at Google, I ran a search for voice lessons in Encinitas. Now, if we look at the local results, you can actually see that you guys aren't listed in the local results in the map pack. So while you do show up for several search terms, there is some area where you can possibly gain a spot in that map pack, and that's going to boost the amount of times that your business is exposed to a potential student. So why do these guys have a map spot for voice lessons in Encinitas and Leading Note Studio does not? There are several factors that go into whether a business has a map spot or not for a specific search term. What I've done is broken down those factors into a list, a top 50 list. I've only listed the top 10 here because we want to stick with the ones that are the most bang for your buck. But if we go through these top 50 map pack factors, number one is a physical address in the city of the search. So obviously, if you're a parent looking for music lessons for your child in Encinitas, you're going to want a business that's local, and that's what Google provides, is a business close to the area that you're searching in. And then three of the top five actually factors are referencing what are called citations. Citations, or name, address, phone number, NAP, are basically the modern day equivalent of a phone book. So citations are local listings that exist in different directory sites throughout the web. You've probably seen a bunch of these businesses. Basically, how it works is you submit your NAP, name, address, phone number, and sometimes website to each one of these local directories, and Google views each one of those directories as a reference to your business. So the more references you have, just like in a job interview, the more likely you are to have that map spot. So I actually have a tool that tells me how many citations your competitors have, which citations are important, and which ones you need to get a map spot. So I ran your site through the test using my tool. And what I've found is that you guys currently, if you look at active citations, there are 64 active citations for Leading Note Studios. That just means that throughout the internet, there are 64 different directories that have your name, address, phone number, and website listed on them. And each one of those is, like I said, referencing your business and showing Google that it deserves a map spot. And 64 is actually pretty good. You guys are pretty well off as far as citations go. However, like I said, there's always room for improvement. And one of the reasons that, for example, you're not showing up for voice lessons in Encinitas is because these uh, companies most likely have more citations than you have listed for your business. So if we go back to the tool, if we just go back up to the top, there's actually a list of potential citations. These tell me exactly what businesses have the top spots, and they also tell me what citations these competitors have. The list goes on and on and on. There's a list of over 200, and basically what I'm offering to do for you guys is not only match the competitors as far as the amount of citations you have, but go above and beyond what they have, so that you guys are going to claim more map spots in the local results and get more visibility. So, in addition to adding more citations, we also need to do a little bit of a cleanup on the citations that you currently have. Google looks to consistency as a top factor in citations. So it really wants you to have the exact same format in your address, name, and phone number for your different citation listings. And there's pretty good consistency across the board here. However, there is just some minor things like, for example, your Google Plus page, which should be, that's basically the model. You want everything to match Google Plus page, just because that's what's setting the standard. For example, that has 2146 Encinitas Boulevard listed as the address. But if we go down to Yelp and Yahoo Local, you can see that it's 2146 Encinitas Boulevard, Suite 105. And while it doesn't seem like a big deal, it can actually cause a rift in the basically the way Google reads the citation. And if Google can't read it easily, then it's much more likely to just skip it altogether and not count it as a reference towards your business. So in addition to building out these citations, you've got 120 potential citations that are really going to put you over the top as far as visibility goes. I'm also going to go into the citations that you already have listed and really hammer down the consistency on all those name, address, phone numbers so that Google can read them no problem and use them as references to boost your ranking. So to summarize that, MapSpot, really important. It's gotten you guys 60,000 views on your website just where it is right now, and there's tons of room for growth. So that's going to be my first recommendation in what we go after is citations. But moving on, beyond citations, if we go back to the presentation, past the map pack, there's also the organic search results, which I'm sure you guys are familiar with. Now, I've got another tool that actually shows me the keywords that you guys are showing up for in the organic results, and it shows me what position you currently have for those keywords. So I already ran that test on the site. And if we scroll down, this is basically a chart, and each number corresponds to what position your business is in for that keyword. So if you look at piano lessons Encinitas, you can see that you're currently in the number 6 spot as far as listings go. And then if you want to back that up, you can just hop on over to Google, and there you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There you are right there. Taking a look at this, you can see what terms you're ranking high for and what terms you've got some room for improvement on. So obviously Encinitas, you're going to have a higher amount of visibility just because that's where you guys are located. However, there are several factors that go into organic results, actually more so that go into citations that we can improve upon to get more searches in the organic results for you guys. So going back here, top 50 organic factors. Don't mind my little joke there on the right. So looking at number 1, you can see the number 1 factor for ranking in for a specific keyword that's local is just going to be having that city and state in the landing page title. So if we come back to this page, you can see, for example, piano lessons Carlsbad. You're not going to have a map spot for your guys' business just because there's so many factors that include having a local address in that area. So unless you have a Carlsbad address, you're not going to have a map spot in Carlsbad. However, there is the possibility that you can show up in the organic results for piano lessons Carlsbad. And the number 1 factor that goes into that is having a page on your website that's completely dedicated to piano lessons in Carlsbad. So you want the on-page title to be Carlsbad piano lessons. You want content. You want links pointed in towards it that are all about piano lessons in Carlsbad. So what I'd like to do for you guys is pretty much just blanket the amount of coverage you have in different lesson or in different services in different areas in all the places that you guys want to target. So we want to build out pages dedicated to voice lessons in Rancho Santa Fe, guitar lessons in Carlsbad, singing lessons in Del Mar, etc., etc. And then you really want to basically hammer out the content on those sites so Google knows that you're not just making a page just so that you can rank for that keyword, because they do have basically a team that's dedicated to trying to find people who are trying to cheat the system. So we want to do it right, and we want to really get full coverage so we can get the maximum amount of students into your guys' studio. Moving back to the factors though, beyond the city and state in the landing page, you can see that these two of the top 5 here are having to do with what are called inbound links or backlinks. And backlinks are basically portals from one website to another. So if you're on website A and you come across a link on the website, you click on that link, it's got some writing on it, and it's usually highlighted blue. And when you click on that link, it takes you to website B. Now that's important. Basically, the number 1 reason that's important is the more links that you have pointed in towards your site, the more domain authority your website's going to have. Because again, Google is using all these different factors to find out who is the leading authority in what these people are searching for. Because how Google's going to make its money is showing the most relevant results to to what the people are searching for, so that way people keep using Google. Because if the results weren't relevant, obviously you wouldn't use Google as your go-to source. So going back to the search results, search for piano lessons Encinitas again. You might be asking yourself, well, hey, we have content on our website that's all about piano lessons and Encinitas. We've got those written out on our site. We've got maybe a page dedicated to that. Why am I not in these top couple results? And the reason being is these sites most likely have more links pointed in towards their websites. For example, if we look at the Encinitas School of Music, I can actually see exactly how many links they have pointed in towards their website. This is just another tool I use, and EncinitasSchoolOfMusic.org ran that test, and this number right here is the important one, referring domains. Each one of these referring domains is basically a link, and the more links that are pointed in towards Encinitas School of Music, the more trust Google has in that website, and the more likely it is to show it in the search. And comparatively, you say, well, if we want to attack this by the numbers, then I can show you that it's not just a guessing game. It actually is just breaking down the numbers and outdoing your competition. If we run the same test on Leading Note Studios, which I already did, come to the top here, your guys' website, and I ran the same test, and you guys have 28 referring domains, which is good. That's actually really good. That means there's a lot of trust in your website. But the reason that Encinitas School of Music is on top of you guys in the search results, and the reason they're getting more clicks for piano lessons in Encinitas, is because they have more links than you. So what I'd like to do is build out basically a link network that points all these different websites into Leading Note Studios. It sounds pretty simple, but it's actually there more goes into it than you might think. Just because, again, Google knows that people are out there trying to cheat the system and just pay basically someone to build a website and point it in towards your website and to give you that power. So what I'm doing basically is going out, buying expired domains. I've got a trusted source that finds expired domains that already have lots of power. And then what I do is I build those domains out to actual real websites. They're fully functional. They've got their own name, address, phone numbers. They've got their own citations. They're basically an entirely new website, completely built out just so that we can have that link pointed from what I call influence sites, because they influence the amount of power that your site has, and we're pointing them in towards Leading Note Studios. So basically you're getting all that trust and authority in the eyes of Google. And when you go out and find a big quote unquote SEO company, that's typically what the majority of their charges come from, is link building. There are big companies that pay easily upwards of $10,000 a year just to have these backlinks pointed in towards their sites, just because the results are that powerful and they get that much traffic from it. So I think we're gonna wrap this up here, kind of drag it on a little bit. I don't want to bore you guys too much. Just kind of recap though. So we wanna build out citations. That's first and foremost, because we want to get you guys map spots. So over 120 citations I'd like to do for you guys, as well as basically audit and clean up the current ones you already have. I'd like to create new area and service pages so that we can capture more organic results. And then I'll do some keyword research and find out exactly what the competitors are getting traffic to their sites with. That's another tool that I didn't show you guys. I can find out basically go onto a competitor's website, find out the words on their website that are getting them the most traffic, and then we can just kind of put those into content on your website so we can kind of steal some of that traffic, get you some more students. And then after building out area pages, I'd also like to build out some backlinks so that we can really show Google that you have authority in the area of music lessons around the Encinitas area, and really blanket the results go. So once we get you a map spot, a couple of organic results, you're going to get a ton more click-throughs to the website each month, and it's going to land you several more students. You guys can get up into that 400 or so range that you guys are shooting for. So just to kind of break it down, I'll do some on-page optimization, which I can show you guys when we meet up. That's something I didn't cover today. Specific area pages, citations, and a map spot, and link building. And then before we wrap up, I just wanted to put this in your mind. Notice you guys aren't doing any kind of email outreach marketing from your website. So if that's something you wanted to discuss, I could definitely help you guys out with that as well. And I know you do have some social media accounts. I know I saw at least a Facebook, but if that's something you wanted to ramp up a little bit and really create another funnel for potential students, that's definitely something I can help you guys with out as well. So there's all stuff we can discuss when we meet up in person. And I think that's going to do it. Wow, 21 minutes. That's like a new record for me. I'm sure you guys are probably banging your head against a wall. So yeah, thanks for watching, Christian. Thanks for watching, Camille. I really appreciate your guys' time. Hopefully you guys can take away at least a couple things in the back of your mind that can lead to some immediate results. Even if we don't do business together, I'd really like to see you guys grow. So yeah, hope you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon.